back there, we cannot take that mark. We can't.
Debbie Holloway.
No, don't leave me. Debbie, please, don't leave me. No, I will see you in class. Oh God, you're done. You took the mark. Oh my God. I didn't want you to die. You took the mark. I can't believe it. You took the mark. Kristen. I love you. You don't have to die. You're my best friend. I can't. You know I can't. You'll die. No. I won't. Goodbye. No. Do you think this is noble? We've all made our sacrifices. This is your final chance. Take the mark. Let's say a wretch like me. I once was lost, but now.
Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shah. Call Halayim La Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah, Bahashim, Rakaha Kodash. And double honors to the elders and apostles, men of great millstone, whom Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah have set up and established to teach and preach the true doctrine of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. And to the rest of the brethren on down is teaching and preaching the true doctrine of Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah. Shalom Bayatah Dawada. And to the Hakim and Akwat that's out there repenting, Shalom to you, Mashpachah. To you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, whose fathers go back to one of the 12 sons of the patriarch Jacob, Shalom to you, Mashpachah. You know it, this your Hakarab coming at you with another one. Man, I just want to go into a little thing and talk about faith. Because whether we know it or not, and I'm knowing the brethren know, but some of our people that's not really learned in the scriptures or they don't even know, do they even have an idea that some of the apostles, some of the disciples who was deemed apostles during Yahushua time, that some of them was weak in the faith, and also some of them didn't even have faith. See, and we just gonna go into a few scriptures to get to the point, But you saw that clip that I showed in the beginning, because that's what we gonna need. We gonna need that faith to get us through that hour, to get us through that particular hour, that time when you're gonna be tempted like that. You're gonna need that faith. That's the only thing that's gonna get you through that. Nothing else. Nothing else. No wife, no children, no money, no gold, no silver, no none of that shit gonna be able to get you through that. Faith is the only thing that's gonna get you through it. Faith in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that's the only thing that's gonna get you through that. See, but first, before I get to the main one, I want to read a few scriptures. But let me open up with this one first, because let me grab this one. Let's go to Luke 22. We're gonna be fairly quick, right? And let's go down to the point though. Luke 22. Ain't no damn 32 in Luke. Luke 22 and start at 31. Luke 22 and 31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, concerning Peter, behold, Satan has desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith, what? That thy faith fail thee not. So what? That thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brother. So the main thing that he was telling Peter, he said what? And when you are converted, meaning what? When he's fully established in the faith, then strengthen his brother. And how he was told to strengthen his brother, what it mean? When it says strengthen thy brother, it simply means to teach him the truth. Teach him the truth. Once he fully established in the faith. See, because even Peter, he was weak in the faith during this particular time. He was weak in the faith. And there was many other disciples that was weak in the faith, and literally some of them didn't believe. Some of them didn't believe. And I'm going to show you. See, until we get to the last point that I want to make concerning that clip that I showed. See, because we going to all have to have faith if you going to get through that. See? And then a lot of us, you got to make that decision now, what you going to do. Not make this decision when you get around individuals. You got to do that by yourself. See, you got to make that decision within yourself, by yourself. Not when you get around other people, other individuals, the other brothers and sisters, and then you say what you would do and what you go do and this and that, because you're in front of them. And you might want to seem as if, oh, I'm tough. I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. No, you got to make that decision by yourself, because it's going to be in that moment, in that hour of temptation, that decision that you're going to make, you want to be by yourself in that. Now, the Lord is going to be He going to be with all of us in that time that we make that decision. But it's going to be according to Him of what decision you make, not you. But you better make the decision on what you going to be willing to do in that day. Meaning, is you going to be willing to live or you going to be willing to die? You got to make that decision by yourself right now. And in that hour of temptation, you better hope the Lord strengthen you to be able to make that decision if it come to that. See? And you're going to have faith to do that. You're going to have the strongest faith. See? But let me continue. Luke 22 and 31. And the Lord said, Simon, Simon, behold, Satan has desired to have you, that he may sift you as wheat. And what do you mean? Take the faith from you. See? But I have prayed for thee, that thy faith fail not. That what? That thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brother. See, this is why Yahweh Shah told him. Let me go grab this real quick. That's why Yahweh Shah told him in St. John 21. Let's go down to it. Slakia. And what did he say? Should I read all these? Yeah, let's start it. Let's read it. St. John 21 and 20. Let me see. Let me see. Should I read all of them? Yeah, I guess. Now let's just read these. St. John 21 and verse 15. And when Yahushua told him, when thou art converted, strengthen thy brother. This is what he was talking about when he said, strengthen thy brother. Because what strengthens you? This word, the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. You being taught this word. Matter of fact, before I read these, let's grab this one. Romans 10. Let's go down to 14 real quick. And it says what? How then shall they call on him in whom they have not believed? And how shall they believe in him of whom they have not heard? And how shall they hear without a preacher? And how shall they preach except they be sent? As it is written, how beautiful are the feet of them that preach the gospel of peace, which is salvation, and bring glad tidings of good news. Verse 16. But they have not all obeyed the gospel. For Isaiah said, Lord, who have believed our report? Verse 17. So then faith cometh by hearing, and hearing by what? Hearing is when you being taught. This is how faith is established in the individual, right? And hearing by the word of Yahweh. See? So this is how faith be established. By you hearing the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua. And if you believe, you're going to act upon it. If you don't, hey, you're going to cast it behind you. Right? Let's go back though. St. John 21 and 15. So when they had dined, Yahushua said to Simon Peter, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me more than these? He said unto him, Yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, feed my sheep. And this is what Yahushua was, feed my lambs, Slakia. And this is what Yahushua was telling him, when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. Meaning, when he's established in the faith, strengthen the brother. See? So they can be strengthened and established in the faith. See? But this verse 16. He said to him again the second time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? He said unto him, Lord, yea, Lord, thou knowest that I love thee. He said unto him, feed my sheep. He said unto him the third time, Simon, son of Jonas, lovest thou me? Peter was grieved, because he said unto him the third time, lovest thou me? And he said unto him, Lord, thou knowest all things. Thou knowest that I love thee. Yahushua said unto him, feed my sheep. And see, and that's what he's talking about when he says, when thou art converted, going back to it, St. Luke 22 and 32. But I have prayed for thee that thy faith fail not. And when thou art converted, strengthen thy brethren. See? And I want to go into a few of these scriptures to show that Peter was weak in the faith. See? And some of the times, and this was Satan messing with him. See? And let's go to it real quick. Let's go to, let me see. Let's go to Matthew, the 14th chapter, right? Let's deal with this one. Let's go down, right? And we're going to start at 22. Matthew 14 and 22. And straightway Yahushua constrained his disciples to get into a ship and to go before him unto the other side while he sent the multitude away. And when he had sent the multitude away, he went up into the mountain apart to pray. And when the evening was come, he was there alone. But the ship was now in the midst of the sea, tossed with waves, for the wind was contrary. And in the fourth watch of the night, Yahushua went unto them, walking on the sea, the water. And when the disciples saw him walking on the sea, they were troubled, saying, It is a spirit. And they cried out for fear. But straightway Yahushua spake unto them, saying, Be of good cheer, it is I, be not afraid. And Peter, this is the point I want right here, and Peter answered him and said, Lord, if it be thou, bid me, meaning command me, come unto thee on the water. And he said, Come. Now, when he said come, Peter believed he had faith. He had a little bit of faith, right? And what it says, and when Peter was come down out of the ship, he walked on the water to go to Yahushua. But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid, and beginning to sink, he said, saying, Lord, save me. And what happened right there? When he saw the wind bolstering and all that stuff, what happened right there? He stopped believing. He stopped believing what he was already doing. He stopped believing. See, he should have just kept believing, and he would have stayed walking on the water like Yahushua. But what did he do? He stopped believing because why? He saw the wind blowing, the water ruffling, and that little bit of fear and that lack of faith. That's what it was. That lack of faith. He stopped believing. See? And I'm just reading this to make the point and showing that not all of the disciples, they didn't have this overwhelming amount of faith. Some had a little bit of faith, if that. Some didn't even have no faith. See? And I'm gonna show that with one, right? But let me continue reading. And it says what? But when he saw the wind boisterous, he was afraid and began to sink. He cried, saying, Lord, save me. And immediately Yahushua stretched forth his hand and caught him, and said unto him, O thou of little faith, wherefore do thou doubt? See? He had doubt. See? And I'm reading these things to make the point that in that time and in that hour of temptation, hey man, we can't have no doubt. You can't doubt that. Okay, well, shit. If I lay down, if I don't take it, I'll be killed. Then is the Lord really go? Is He really go save me? Is I'm really go up and then I'm gonna really do this? You ain't supposed to. Don't doubt. See, it's gonna take that faith to get us through that. See, that's the whole point of me reading these, right? But let's move on though. Let's get to another one with Peter. Matthew, the 16th chapter. Right? And let's go down. We'll start here. It says what? Yahushua foretells his death. Matthew 16:21. From that time forth, Yahushua began to show unto his disciples that he must go unto Jerusalem and suffer many things of the elders and chief priests and scribes, and be killed and be raised again the third day. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him. Wait, what did Peter do? This is why watch what Yahushua gonna tell him. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from thee, Lord, this shall not be unto thee. He telling Peter what's going to happen to him. And what Peter say? Lord, that ain't going to happen. Like you telling him, he telling you what's going to happen to him, and then you telling him that this ain't going to happen to him? What did Yahushua say? But he turned and said unto him, and to Peter, Get thee behind me, Satan. See? Why? Because in that moment, in that time, he didn't believe what Yahushua was telling him. See? He didn't believe that was going to happen to Yahushua. See? And this is what he was saying. For Satan had desired to have thee that he may sift thee as wheat. He kept messing, he kept screwing with him. He kept playing with his mind and stuff, and making him, oh no, that ain't gonna happen. That ain't gonna happen to him. You don't playing with him. You know, even when he was walking on the water, who you think put that in his mind for him to fear? For him to doubt? That wicked one. See? So we gonna need this faith to get us through this, man. When that time come, you better have you. That's why we supposed to pray for that thing. We supposed to pray for that faith. Faith is a gift from Yahweh anyway, but you're supposed to pray for that because you're gonna need that to make that decision. If you ain't already got the faith down to even make that decision before it even happened. See, this is why he says, he that will save his life shall lose it, and he that will lose his life for my sake and the gospel, the same shall save it. See, but you better make the decision now, though, because when it come, if you ain't being established in the faith right now, when that thing come, if you ain't established in the faith, you gonna make the wrong decision. You gonna make the wrong decision, man. But let's continue. Let's read this. Continue though. But let me read this again. Matthew 16:22. But he turned and said unto him, Get thee behind me, Satan. Thou art an offense unto me. For thou savest not the things that be of Yahweh, but those that be of men. You see? And that's the point. You got to be established in the faith. You got to be in the faith, man. See? But what did Peter do at 22? Read it again. Then Peter took him and began to rebuke him, saying, Be it far from thee, Lord. This shall not be unto thee. See? And another individual, let me grab this before I come back. What is that? Is that Luke? John 20? Dealing with Thomas. Let me see. I think that's... Yeah. 20. And I will read it down. But let me start here. 20 and 19. And it says, Then, and this pertaining to Thomas, what? Did Thomas... Now, Thomas was also one of the individuals. He was one of the apostles, the disciples that was with Yahushua, that was with Peter, that was with the rest of them when Yahushua told them that he was going to be killed. And he was going to be raised, the third day. Thomas was also among them. But did he believe when Yahushua said that? No, he didn't. He didn't have a little bit of faith that, okay, yeah, the Lord might be, yeah, he gonna be. He didn't believe at all. See? But what it says, then the same day at evening, John 20 and 19, being the first day of the week, when the doors were shut, where the disciples were assembled for fear of the Judites, meaning the chief priests and scribes and Pharisees, the wicked ones, came Yahushua and stood in the midst, and said unto them, Peace be unto you. And when he had said so, he showed unto them his hands and his side. Then were the disciples glad when they saw the Lord. Then said Yahushua to them again, Peace be unto you, as my Father has sent me, even so send I you. And when he had said this, he breathed on them, and said unto them, Receive ye the Holy Spirit. Whosoever sins ye remit, they are remitted unto them. And whosoever sins ye retain, they are retained. But Thomas, one of the 12, called Didymus, was not with them when Yahushua came. The other disciples therefore said unto him, We have seen the Lord. But he said unto them, Except I see in his hands the print of the nails, and put my finger into the print of the nails, and thrust my hand into his side, I will not believe. See, he didn't already believe. The Lord told him that he was going to be killed, and he was going to be resurrected the third day. Our Father was going to lift him up the third day, after the third day. He didn't believe that. And he confirming and telling you right here that he didn't believe. When Yahushua told him those things that was going to happen to him, he did not believe. See? And it says what? I will not believe. And what? And after 8 days again, his disciples were within, and Thomas with them. Then came Yahushua, the doors being shut, and stood in the midst, and said, Peace be unto you. Then said he to Thomas, Reach hither thy finger, and behold my hands, and reach hither thy hand, and thrust it in my side, and be not faithless, but believing. And Thomas answered and said unto him, My Lord and my God. Yahushua said unto him, Thomas, because thou hast seen me, thou hast believed. Blessed are they that have not seen me. What? Talking about us, our generation, us right now, and yet have believed. See? So it's about faith, man. We gotta have that. If we can say all the things we want to say when we're in front of people. Because, bottom line, Yahweh Shai know our heart. See? He know our heart. He know if you say that, when that time come, I'm not gonna accept this shit. I'm just gonna have to die. He know if you really mean that or not. He know that. See? And you can't make a statement like that or say those things in front of people. You have to say this when you by yourself. You have to put this in your head, and this is the decision that you make it now before they come. And the Most High know, Yahweh Shai know if you actually mean that. See? But let's get back. Let's get another one though. But let me grab this one. Let's go to Matthew 26, right? And I'm just grabbing these ones with Peter because it's just showing that, he had little faith. See? Because that's what Satan do. He put that fear in you. Hey, man, we ain't supposed to fear, man. We ain't supposed to fear. We supposed to believe the things that Yahweh Shai said and let it be. Be established, fully established in the faith. See? Because we can say all kind of things. And we can make the things that we saying sound believable and all that kind of stuff. But when push come to shove, hey, man, those things, that faith is going to be tested. It's going to be, you going to have to, you have to make that decision now and in the time if the Most High puts you in that position. See? So a lot of us, we got to actually put in our head that, I'm going to be willing to die for this. You actually got to put that in your head. And not just to say it around other individuals trying to sound like you tough. Because it ain't about sounding like we tough. It's about being established in the faith. See? But let's get this one. Matthew 26. And let's grab, is that what I want? Yeah, I'm going to start here. But I'm going to read down. Matthew 26 and 31. Then said Yahushua unto them, All ye shall be offended because of me this night. For it is written, I will smite the shepherd, and the sheep of the flock shall be scattered abroad. But after I am risen again, I will go before you into Galilee. Peter said unto him, Though all men shall be offended because of thee, yet will I never be offended. See that? Yahushua said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, that this night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. So Yahushua said, you know when the cock crow, they crow in the morning. When as soon as the sun rising up, that's when they crow. They cock, whatever the fuck they be doing. See? And Yahushua said, before this night is over with, before the morning rise, you gonna deny me thrice. See? And it says what? But see, and this goes back to what Thomas said. He said, no, Lord, I'm not gonna do this. And Yahushua tell him, yes, you is. You gonna deny me because why? You weak in the faith. See? And I'm reading this because we say that, I'll lay down my life. You'll say this in front of people. Yeah, I'll be willing to lay down my life. And then when an opportunity comes, what'll happen? You might say this what he said. A lot of motherfuckers might say, okay, well, I'll take it. Because that fear gonna set in on you. See? Rebuke that shit. Don't allow Satan to put that fear in your mind. See? So we got to be established in this faith. But it says what? Yahushua said unto him, Verily I say unto thee, this night before the cock crow, thou shalt deny me thrice. Peter said unto him, though I should die with thee. What did he say? Though I should die with thee, yet will I not deny thee. Likewise also said all the disciples. You see that? Peter was one of them and said, nah, Lord, I die with you. But then what happened? What happened? As soon as they came in his face, let's continue though. Then cometh Yahushua with them into the place called Gethsemane, and said unto the disciples, sit here while I go and pray yonder. And he took with him Peter and 2 sons of Zebedee, and began to be sorrowful and very heavy. Then said he unto them, my soul is exceedingly sorrowful, even unto death. Tarry ye here and watch with me. And he went a little further and fell on his face and prayed, saying, O my Father, if it be possible, let this cup pass from me. Nevertheless, not as I will, but as thou wilt. And he cometh unto the disciples, and findeth them asleep, and said unto Peter, what? Could ye not watch with me 1 hour? Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. But what did he say? Could you not watch me for 1 hour? Because he says what? Watch and pray that ye enter not into temptation. The spirit indeed is willing, being obedient to the Most High, but the flesh is weak. The flesh is disobedient. See? So we're going to have to be established in the faith and make that decision according to the spirit, not according to the flesh. See? And according to the spirit, right? But let's grab this one though. Going to the point and ending it off. Let's go here. Revelations 3 and verse 10, right? And it says what? Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation. That don't mean that you're not going to go through it, that you're not going to be tempted. When he's saying he going to keep you from the hour of temptation, meaning he's going to cause you to make the right decision. This is what he's talking about. See? Because people say, see, we ain't going to be tempted. No, you are going to be tempted. But you're going to make the right decision in that temptation. You're not going to make the wrong one. See? And matter of fact, let's go into that word real quick, temptation. Right? You're going to make the right decision in that day. See? Because that right decision is only going to come through the spirit, not the flesh. It says temptation.
Strong's G 3986. Pyrosmas. Pyrosmas.
You heard it. And it says what? An experiment, attempt, trial, prove it. Trial proveth the trial made of you by my body. But let me come down to my point. It says what? B. The trial of man's fidelity, integrity, virtue, constancy, and enticement to sin, temptation, whether arising from the desires or from the outward circumstances. An eternal temptation to sin. And that would be a sin because the Most High told you don't receive it. Don't take it. And that decision that you're going to make is going to have to be in the spirit. See? And it's going to have to be according to that faith. It says what? Of the temptation by which the devil sought to divert Yahushua Mashiach. Let me move down. It says of the conditions of things or a mental state by which we are enticed to sin or to a lapse from the faith and holiness. This is what? To a lapse from the faith and holiness. You see that? And it says adversity, affliction, trouble, sent by Yahweh and serving to test or prove one's character, faith, holiness. You see? And it says what? Temptation, i.e. trial of Yahweh by men. See, but I don't need to read no more. But that's the point though. See, it's to test your fidelity towards Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua. See, but going back to it, Revelations 10, 3 and 10. Because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. See? And that hour of temptation is this. See? And the only way you go get through that is by making the right decision. But that decision got to become through the Spirit, according to your faith. Let me grab this real quick. Matthew 10, and what is that? 19? Yeah. And what it says, Matthew 10 and 19. But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall speak. For it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father which speaketh in you. See? You see that? So, be it in the Spirit and not in the flesh. The Spirit indeed is willing, but the flesh is weak. You're going to have to make that decision according to your faith and according to the Spirit, which is going to be by faith. See, not that flesh. If you make the decision like that by your flesh, you're going to want to live. You're going to say you ain't going to want to die. You ain't going to want to die if you put in that position. You're going to be, no, I want to live. And then you're going to do what that chick did. She goes, I will see you in glory. And she went right up in there and took it and came back and I don't want to die. See? you have to make that decision. You have to be willing to lay it down, man. To lay it all on the line, man. To lay it all on the line. See? But let's get to this hour of temptation, right? And end it off. Revelations 13. The hour of temptation which shall come upon all the world. So when Yahushua said he going to keep you from the hour of temptation, meaning he's going to make you make the right decision. That's what it's talking about. Keep you from the hour of temptation. To keep you from the enticement to sin. He's going to keep you away from that. See? You're going to make your right decision. See? Now, if he don't keep you from the hour of temptation, guess what? You're going to make the wrong decision, and hey, you're going to be through. You're going to be through. But let's get this and end it off. Revelations 13. And let's go at 15. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak, and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. And he caused it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark of their right hand or in their foreheads. See? And that no man might buy or sell save he that have the mark or the number of the beast or the number of his name. See? So in that hour, when you're being tempted with this, make the right decision. See? Be willing to lay it down. Be willing to lay it down. It's a win-win for us. See? And I just wanted to bring it out because when I saw that, I was like, yeah, I just wanted to go into a few of them and bring it out. Hey, man, because we got to be established in the faith. See? I just wanted to bring that out because it's easy for us to say in front of a bunch of people that, oh, yeah, I do this and I do that and I do that. Nah, man. Nah. The decision comes when you by yourself. Because it's going to be that time. You might just be by yourself in that day and in that hour of temptation. You might be by yourself. See, just like those chicks, you saw the one. That's just a movie, but the movie is surrounding what's pertaining to the scriptures. See, and you saw them took one in there by herself and another one in there by herself. See, so in that hour of temptation, it's just gonna be between you and the Lord and whatever thing that you're facing, man. It ain't gonna be you and a bunch of other people around you, and you know where you think you gonna gain strength from them. No, it's just gonna be you and the Lord, man. Facing that thing that you're going to be facing. See? I just wanted to bring that out just to bring something out, you know. But all praise, honor, and glory goes to Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushua Ba'Hashem Rakah HaKodash. Shalom, Yasharala.